Okay, I think this is recording. I'm not entirely sure, and I hope you guys can hear me. I've never really used the webcam on my computer. So, hi guys. I really don't have many books to read. I'm trying to, get through this Bible-esque thing, also known as Lord of the Rings, that Katya loaned me. I'm like 100 pages from the end of Fellowship of the Ring, so I'm about like 300 pages in. Yeah, so I'm less than 100 pages away. And it's really good. So if you're like me and you haven't read it before, I would very, very definitely recommend it if you can suffer through and actually read it, because it is really, really detail oriented. But if you look for it, it can be really funny too. Maybe that's just because I'm easily entertained by like Gandalf's temper tantrums that he throws, and just funny things like that happen. And his weird, strange thing of not using magic, despite the fact that he has this ability to. There's like, oh, a bunch of snow, and they're all trying to light a fire, and nobody can do it. And he's like, oh, fine, I'll light the fire, and he just lights the fire, and then everybody's like, oh, yay, fire. And then he's just like raving on. He's like, oh, great, now everybody knows that Gandalf is here. It's a big sign, Gandalf is here. I don't know. Gandalf amuses me. I love him. So if you haven't read that, I would definitely recommend it. Um, I guess I'd recommend The Hobbit. I haven't actually read it. It's kind of next on my list. Uh, I'm kind of going between reading The Hobbit first or reading Les Mis. I really want to read Les Mis. Unfortunately, it's about 1,400 pages, so yippee, I'll get through that somehow. Um, those are the ones on my list right now. I haven't really read much aside from rereading things. One book that I never actually finished, which is really sad. Uh, it's called The Book of Story Beginnings. I think it's called that. I don't quite remember who it was by, um, but it's a really interesting. Oh, it's by Kristen Cladstrup. See, Google. It's a good thing. Uh, but it's a book about this kid that he's in this farmhouse in Iowa, and he just starts writing, and he writes about how he wants to sail away on the ocean and never come back. And when he looks out his window, instead of like the nothingness of Iowa, he sees an ocean, and so he disappears. Well, then a century later, his great niece comes and she finds his notebook and she starts reading. And of course, the whole mystery of where did Oscar go? So she starts writing, and then what she writes comes true. And I never actually finished it, and it's really sad. And I really want to finish it because it was a good book, kind of childish. I mean, I did read it in fifth grade because I didn't finish it because of the summer came and I moved to the academy. But I would definitely recommend it. It's also a big book. I have a thing for big books. I like big books, and I cannot lie. Um, but definitely worth it. I remember it being a really good book, really intriguing, and it really shows how powerful imagination can be. Another book that I'm not sure if I'm gonna read it or not. Kayla actually recommended it to me. I know some of you know her, some of you don't. Katie knows her, and I know her, and Katya and Nikki know her, but I don't know if anyone else does. Speaking mostly to Hannah and Lauren. But she was reading a book called Monument 14 about these kids that get locked in a supermarket, big supermarket type store, and there's like the apocalypse or something going on outside. And she said it's kind of shallow because it is a children's literature book, but I kind of want to read it just to see how it is because she said it did have some good points in it. So I guess I'd recommend that one too. Um, there's one book that I would definitely recommend. Another one that I read in elementary school. But I mean, granted, sometimes it's cool to go back and read those books. I remember it was about this. I want to say it was a girl, this little girl, and her father gave her this little toy nutcracker, and she kept it with her at all times. And he left her at an orphanage, and he promised that he would come back. Well, he ends up disappearing, and she always, as she grows up, she always keeps this toy nutcracker with her until eventually when she's older it comes to life and it becomes her best friend and it helps her, and it's a really, really cool story, and I can't remember the name of it to save my life, uh, and I really wish I could remember it because it's a really good book. Other than that, I really don't have any other book recommendations. Uh, and my videos are already longer than everyone else's because I, have that ability to talk and talk and talk and just talk some more. So I'm just gonna stop talking, and I'm going to apologize for uploading this on a Wednesday. The fact that my day is Thursday, so don't shoot me. I just wanted to upload it since I work tomorrow, and that way it's done and over with, and I don't have to worry about it. So, love you all. Talk to some of you tomorrow, and the rest of you, you better text me eventually. So, love you guys. Bye.